Hello, this is Vivek from Prime Law, and I hope you're all doing well. Well, today's video is much of a question answer session because I felt कि besides making videos on legal topics and law content, explaining people, it would be very helpful for many people to answer their queries directly, indirectly in a question answer session. Because इससे क्या होगा कि on as per the legal topics और जो legal content होता है बहुत लोग उससे कोरिलेट नहीं कर पाते बिकॉज दे हैव नॉट फेस्ड एनी सच सिचुएशन इन देयर लाइफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल लॉ को लेके या आईपीसी लॉ को लेके मैनी पीपल हैव नॉट सो इट बिकम्स डिफिकल्ट फॉर देम टू अंडरस्टैंड दोज टर्म्स एंड देन यू नो it's a better approach to start a question answer session. So to keep updated with such question answer sessions where your questions are being answered directly or indirectly through the videos, kindly subscribe to my channel. If you like the video, please press the like button and also share this video with your friends and the upcoming videos with your friends because you never know कि ये video उन्हें किस तरीके से help कर दे because whatever question answer session videos I'll make sure कि ये ऐसे questions पे हो जो आप face कर चुके हो, कर रहे हो या करने वाले हो, आपको ऐसा feel हो रहा है. It will cover very basic aspects of your everyday life, employment को लेके, public rights को लेके. So before proceeding with the video, I am on many public forum websites. I have many I have a circle of friends, colleagues, so they ask me questions from these public forum websites. Now I thought कि उन्हें ऐसे directly answer करने से अच्छा it's better I bring their approach, bring their question on this public platform such as YouTube, so their questions are answered better and also many other questions are answered. Also, I'm not bound by any client advocate confidentiality agreement or clause because these people are not my client. These are simple common people who have problems in life and who want solution to that problem. Now let's begin with this video. So there are two questions for today which I will be covering. First question is from person A. I will not disclose anyone's name, any company's name. No such information that is personally identifiable towards any person or company will be disclosed. So this is person A. She works in a company which has its morning shift from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. She works in a 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. So her question is that I work in a 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. shift. After 3 p.m. I'm completely free and I'm thinking to start a side gig to earn some more income and also pursue my interest, which is making pickles. She likes to make pickles, so say achar, banana. She likes it a lot and she wants to continue with this and make it in an enterprise. Now so her question is, will this violate my terms of employment with my company? Will it in any way interfere with my company or violate the terms? Because she does not want to lose the job, but she also wants to pursue her hobby and her what she likes to do as a side income. So let's get on with it. Now every employer and employee enters into an employment agreement. हम ये सब जानते हैं. It could be in an offer letter form. कभी offer letter में ही सारे terms and conditions होते हैं. It could be a very different document from your acceptance, offer letter, acceptance letter. इन सब के अलावा एक अलग से document होता होगा जिसमें हो सकता है जिसमें agreement हो पूरा, जिसमें mention हो आपके working terms, conditions, आपके conduct, how will you be terminated, किस दौरान आपको termination देंगे, 30 days का notice serve करेंगे, अगर नहीं करेंगे तो किस सिनेरियो में आपको notice serve नहीं करेंगे, पे देंगे नहीं देंगे, delay करेंगे, everything is in that agreement. So in all these clauses, now when an employee signs on an employment agreement, we just read the pages, but we do not have the time or the energy or the understanding to interpret every clause. So we are simply like हमेशा करते हैं, this is also a company, we will sign it and हम वो dotted lines पे sign करते हैं, but we don't understand this after signing on the dotted lines a different mechanism comes in place. A very conducted and a very detailed mechanism comes in place. इसका इफेक्ट आपको तब मालूम पड़ता है when you get into a dispute with the company, you are found of a professional misconduct, moral turpitude, termination, resignation, court में जाना, then is when this agreement comes into place, then is when the value of this agreement is shown to you. Suppose you want to resign from the company, आपने HR को बोला कि मैं कल से नहीं आ पाऊंगा, my mom is sick, someone died in my family, anything, whatsoever reason. HR will be like, no, I'm sorry, आप ये नहीं कर सकते, that is not allowed. Your question will be why? I can leave, it's my right. The HR will take out the employment letter and show you that termination clause where it's clearly written कि in case you wish to resign, you will have to serve a 30 days notice, or in case the company terminates you on its own will, it has to serve a 30 days termination letter. So now you're bound by the terms, आपको आना पड़ेगा. If you don't come, then there's a penalty clause कि आपकी सैलरी काट ली जाएगी, सैलरी डिले कर दी जाएगी, which will affect your life definitely. So within these clauses, there is one such clause which is called non-compete clause. Now what is non-compete clause? Without getting into a complete technical and lawyer-like explanation, I will explain it to you in very layman terms. Non-compete clause, simple words में इतना ही होता है कि the employee during his or her tenure in the company cannot participate or initiate or establish a certain business which is on the same concept, same modalities or same points concerning the business directly or indirectly. मतलब in short term, आप जब तक इस कंपनी में काम कर रहे हैं, इस कंपनी से मिलता जुलता सेम बिजनेस मॉडल कोई दूसरी कंपनी चला रही है, यू कैन नॉट वर्क इन दैट कंपनी ड्यूरिंग योर टेन्योर, जब तक आप इस कंपनी में काम कर रहे हैं. नाउ ऑल्सो देर आर सम कंपनीज दैट एक्सटेंड, जो इस नॉन कम्पीट क्लॉज को थोड़ा एक्सटेंड करके बनाते हैं. यू कैन नॉट डू दैट वाइल इन द टेन्योर. ऑल्सो जब आप रेजिग्नेशन देते हैं या टर्मिनेशन होता है, आफ्टर दैट 6 months 1 year के लिए विद इन अ गिवन रेडियस आप सेम बिजनेस नहीं चालू कर सकते. दैट इज ऑल्सो एन एक्सटेंशन ऑफ द नॉन कम्पीट क्लॉज. Suppose you are in Malad area in Mumbai, you join a company, you are in Andheri area, Malad area, Delhi की हौस खास एरिया में, किसी भी एरिया में, इस इंडिया के किसी भी एरिया में you enter into employment agreement. आपने छोड़ दिया, आपने छोड़ने के बाद सोचा now I have left the company, resources है, I have the resources, I have the contacts, why not start my own business as this company? It's a profitable business, why not? But you might attract penalty towards you. Why? Because if you revisit the terms of the agreement, employment agreement, उसमें साफ साफ ये लिखा होगा कि आप टर्मिनेशन या रेजिग्नेशन होने के बाद भी फॉर अ सर्टेन पीरियड, 6 महीने, एक साल, विद इन अ सर्टेन रेडियस, उस कंपनी के 1 किलोमीटर 2 किलोमीटर 10 किलोमीटर के दायरे में, जो वट एवर रेडियस इट्स मैंशन, आप सेम बिजनेस इनिशिएट नहीं कर सकते. प्लस यू कैन नॉट also, if you are not doing that, you even cannot solicit the employees of this company for the same business. आप इस कंपनी के एम्प्लॉयज़ को अपने बिजनेस की तरफ या सेम बिजनेस मॉडल की तरफ खींच के नहीं ले जा सकते, आप कंपनी से निकलवा नहीं सकते उन्हें लालच दे के. एनीवेज that will get the company's attention, and it may get you under the scope of penalty. It may attract penalty. So now this is what non-compete clause is in simple languages, कि आप same business नहीं कर सकते. Now as per person A's question, she wants to start a different enterprise. Now if the company is into the sales of pickles, now if this happens, it could be possible that she cannot start the same enterprise after her working hours, because this comes in direct interference and violations of the non-dispute clause. So if she is starting a pickles business, no matter how good she is, if she is into the company which is into the sales of pickle or which concerns with the business of pickles, she cannot start it during her tenure or after her tenure as per the clause, जैसे भी clause बोले. But if the company is not into the sales or any business concerning pickles, it is her enterprise, she can start it. दैट इज़ नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. हाँ, ये हो सकता है कि वो पर्सन ए मैनेजरियल पोजीशन पे है, सुपरविजन पोजीशन पे है, टेक्निकल या स्किलफुल नहीं, मतलब आईटी में नहीं है, कोई मैनेजर है, लीडर है, टीम लीडर है. हर एग्रीमेंट माइट बी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर एम्प्लॉयज़ एग्रीमेंट. दूसरे एम्प्लॉयज़ का एग्रीमेंट माइट एंड आफ्टर 3 PM, बट उसका एग्रीमेंट शायद एक्सटेंड होता हो कि 3 PM के बाद भी यू व्हेन यू गो होम यू स्टिल हैव टू work for the company for these hours. You will be paid for these hours, but during those hours you will have to do this work on your laptop, on your computer, however it is. Now in those hours, if she starts another business, first of all that will fail because she cannot focus on two works at the same time. Second, it will affect her performance with this company, which will which will consequentially affect her income, her performance, her results, everything. So that is a different story. That is a very different story. But yes, after 3 PM, person A is completely free to pursue whatever she wants as a career, as a side income, as a side gig, however she wants. Now, this was the solution to person A, question 1. So the second question, now let's move on the second question. I am a student of computer science and I started a side gig where I code and deploy websites for businesses. I got hired by the business. I already work for them to make a website, but they did not like the design in the website even though I did everything they wanted. However, one of the bosses emailed me today and asked if I could send over the source. I do not want to share my source code with them because it is my hard work, and also there was never an agreement about sending over files. It was just discussed I create, deploy, then manage the website for them. None of the bosses have any technical experience about the source code, and definitely they would forward my source code to a competitor. Now, and there was no contract in place for this. How should I handle this situation? Now, this person is person B, I'll call it. This person is a coder, an IT student, computer science student. He does coding for websites. He builds codes for websites. अब जब वेबसाइट के लिए कोड बिल्ड करते हैं तो उसमें काफ़ी टेक्निकलिटीज़ जाती हैं. देर आर मेनी थिंग, लैंडिंग पेजेस, डायनामिक पेजेस, लैंग्वेजेस ऑफ कोडिंग, एंड देर इज़ अ सोर्स कोड. सोर्स कोड इज़ बेसिकली द होल स्ट्रक्चर. एक पूरा जैसे एक बिल्डिंग का ढांचा होता है, वैसे ही सोर्स कोड इज़ अ होल स्ट्रक्चर. एज फार एज माई नॉलेज, इट कुड बी डिफरेंट, अ बिट डिफरेंट टेक्निकली, बट एज फार एज आई अंडरस्टैंड इट्स अ स्ट्रक्चर. तो दिस पर्सन इज़ अ स्टूडेंट. नाउ he wanted to do a side gig, again a side gig thing, and he got hired by a company जिन्होंने इसे एक अपनी वेबसाइट दी और बोला कि ये वेबसाइट का प्लान है, प्लीज़ मेक द वेबसाइट. अब इसने काफ़ी बार वो वेबसाइट बनाई, बट दे डिड नॉट लाइक हिज डिज़ाइन, दे डिड नॉट लाइक हिज वर्क. सो इट वाज ऑल फाइन, बट ही गेट्स एन ईमेल एंड उसमें उसे कंपनी पूछ लेती है कि प्लीज़ सेंड अस द सोर्स कोड. नाउ he does not want to send the source code because the source code was built by him, and if he sends it over, definitely the company might forward the source code to a competitor who might use it for this company, also for the other companies or other websites he is making. It makes his workload substantially less, and this is his work, so he does not want to share it. Plus there was no contract. The only thing they had agreed upon was to that he will make the website, deploy the codes and manage the website. But there was no agreement or contract for this. Contract तो नहीं था as per him, but also no agreement for sending the source code. Now, what can be done in this situation when they are asking for the source code? First of all, person B said he was hired. Now, he has not clarified कि hired as an employee or on a contractual basis, as a freelancer on a contractual basis. Even in both scenarios, it would be quite similar. The law point would be quite similar, but let's get into the technicalities of it. If he was hired as an employee, अगर वो employee के तौर पर hire हुआ होता, तो उसके agreement में it is quite possible there would have been a clause जो ये बोल सकता है कि whatever work or whatever project he undertakes during his tenure, उसके टेन्योर के अंदर जो भी प्रोजेक्ट्स वो अंडरटेक करता है इस कंपनी के, एवरीथिंग दैट गोज इनटू द प्रोजेक्ट विल बी द कंपनीज प्रॉपर्टी. मतलब उसका द क्रिएशन, द सोर्स कोड, द पेजेस, लैंडिंग पेजेस, डोमेन, एवरीथिंग, एवरी वर्क डन बाय हिम वुड बिलोंग टू द कंपनी एज इट्स प्रॉपर्टी, बिकॉज ही इज डूइंग इट फॉर अ सर्टन रेम्यूनरेशन, और वो एक सर्टन पीरियड ऑफ टाइम के लिए कर रहा है फॉर द कंपनी. तो कंपनी विल ओन इट बिकॉज कंपनी उसको पे कर रही है. इट इज़ अ वेरी स्मार्ट मूव बिकॉज कंपनी ने आपको 15,000 25,000 30,000 की सैलरी पे रखा होगा एंड उस चक्कर में इस एक क्लॉज से आपके मास्टर स्ट्रोक को आपसे खींच लिया। योर सिग्नेचर, जो आपका सिग्नेचर स्ट्रोक है, जो आपके काम का आपको डिफाइन करता है, आपको डिफरेंशिएट करता है बाकियों से, वो कंपनी ने आपसे ले लिया। इट इज़ नॉट इलीगल, इट इज़ वेरी लीगल बिकॉज यू आर रीडिंग इट। आपने रीड करने के बाद भी अगर साइन किया तो दैट इज़ योर प्रॉब्लम। आपको रीड करने के बाद अगर इफ़ यू हैड प्रॉब्लम्स यू शुड नॉट हैव साइंड इट, बट इफ़ यू डू सो then there is an issue. Now also I would like to request all the freelancers, जो भी freelancers हैं, it's a very difficult task to be a freelancer. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of preparation, a lot of skill and experience to start your own hustle, to start your freelancing journey. And तो इस दौरान क्या होता है, when you're a freelancer, you are hungry for clients, you are hungry for building your portfolio, to create a portfolio that will help and strengthen your future. अब इससे क्या होता है, वी ऑल वांट कि जो भी क्लाइंट आए रुक जाए। आई एम अ फ्रीलांसर, आई नीड वर्क, आई नीड मनी, आई नीड नेम, आई नीड फेम। जो भी क्लाइंट आए रुक जाए। अब उसे रोकने के लिए वी समटाइम्स गो बियॉन्ड व्हाट नॉर्मली और लीगली वुड बी परमिटेड। we step over our own rights because it's a big company, it's a very big company having a good turnover. My future would be secure, I would get a client for future, ये हमेशा मेरा client बन के रहेगा। So for all those things, why not sacrifice a little? ठीक है, because the company person will also be like, you're not the one, we have many in the queue and we can get more such employees. So if you do not do it, we will find another options. You would be scared, नहीं ये तो गलत हो जाएगा, अगर एक क्लाइंट गया तो फिर this opportunity is missed. So you would be like, all right, fine, what are the terms and conditions? He will be like, there are no terms and conditions, it's a simple transaction, you build for us, we pay it for you, pay you for it. But you will agree. Now why you would agree? Because definitely, as I said, you want the client. But what happens is you have given away your right of protesting, or बाद में जाके there would be definitely be a dispute. Whenever there is not an agreement, there is always a dispute. So freelancers, it is my message to you, kindly do not proceed without an agreement or a contract. There are many benefits of a contract, I'll tell you that. Why? Tell him एक पेज का contract बनाओ, not a big thing, एक simple एक पेज का 1 पेजर agreement बना लो। आप क्या प्रोवाइड करोगे, वो कैसे पे करेंगे, एडवांस देंगे नहीं देंगे, आफ्टर द वर्क, ड्यूरिंग द वर्क कैसे देंगे, वो चीज़ें मेंशन होनी चाहिए। एंड कोई डिस्प्यूट आ गया, बेसिक क्लॉजेस, आप किसी भी लॉयर को, एडवोकेट को पकड़ लेते हो अपने एरिया में या कहीं पे भी, एवरी लॉयर हु हैज़ एवर डन एनी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, ही कैन ईजिली बिल्ड अ सिंपल 1 पेज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, no messy business there, it's very easy. But that will bring you many benefits. First of all, it will secure your remuneration, it will secure a compensation, कि आपको इतना compensation मिलेगा, आपके एडवांस मिलेगा, ब्रोकरेज मिलेगी, जैसे मिलेगा, रॉयल्टी मिलेगा, जो भी मिलेगा, it would secure your compensation. Secondly, it would secure your work, कि आप इतना ही वर्क प्रोवाइड करोगे, इसके आगे आप कुछ पर्सनल अपना नहीं प्रोवाइड करोगे, वट एवर यू बिल्ट, वट एवर डिफ्रेंशिएट्स यू, आप वो प्रोवाइड नहीं करोगे, दैट इज सिक्योर्ड। थर्ड, कल को when matters go to a court, suppose dispute arises and you people go in the court, the judge will definitely ask, was there an agreement, was there a contract? If not, verbal था, verbal contracts क्या होता है कि when you have done any transaction verbally agree करके in a verbal agreement, the case will proceed, but इसमें बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा। But when you have an agreement, आप सिंपली बोल सकते हो, सर देख लीजिए, my lord, this is an agreement, we had signed an agreement and I had worked under these terms. The judge will be like, the case is clear, he worked for you, you paid for the work, you cannot ask for the source code, there is no mention of such any direct or indirect asking of the source code, so you're safe there. Plus this agreement also goes in a long way to build your portfolio. A big multinational or national company signature, वाइस चेयरमैन और CEO, CFO, इनका सिग्नेचर है, HR का सिग्नेचर है, वट एवर इट इज़, सिग्नेचर है, एग्रीमेंट है, इट बिल्ड्स योर पोर्टफोलियो, इट बिल्ड्स अ प्रूफ दैट यू हैव वर्कड फॉर सच कंपनीज. So a simple even 1 page agreement goes in a long way to help you. Now moving forward, so this person says that he was hired, but if he was hired as an employee तो definitely agreement हुआ होगा. If there was no agreement तब तो पूरी employment ही question में है, not just the the source code part, पूरी employment ही question में आ जाती है. But then he says there was no contract, so this was not an employment definitely. Now freelance, even if freelance में you enter into a contract or agreement, again the same terms copy paste हो जाते हैं. They can ask for your work because ये प्रोजेक्ट से आप रिलेटेड हो, तो प्रोजेक्ट के दौरान और प्रोजेक्ट के बाद में ये जो वर्क आपने किया है दैट माइट बी ओन्ड बाय द कंपनी, दैट कुड हैपन. बट अगेन देयर वाज नो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. सो व्हेन देयर वाज नो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट and it was a verbal agreement, and a verbal agreement of managing, deploying, making the website, deploying the codes and managing the website. There was no mention of sending over the files or source code. It was a verbal agreement. Simply say no. Simply deny that I will not send you, sir, madam, I will not send you the source code, I will not send you those files because it is not in my best interest, plus it was not in the agreement when I started working with you or joined you. There's a way of saying this. Now if you just say no, people might think you're going towards a dispute. Explain them. Just the source code thing, it's just like a food business. Chef, you take a chef, आप एक शेफ़ को पकड़ लीजिए. आपने शेफ़ से मांग लिया कि आई वॉन्ट टू ईट पालक पनीर, आई वॉन्ट टू ईट चिकन टिक्का, आई वॉन्ट टू ईट सैंडविच, आई वॉन्ट टू ईट बर्गर. The chef will agree, the chef has agreed directly indirectly to give you the final product, right? वो फूड आइटम. हाँ, आपके बहुत पूछने पे इससे थोड़ा एक्सक्यूसिट बनाने के लिए द शेफ विल ऑल्सो टेल यू सम डिटेल्स कि यू फ्राई द अनियंस, यू सॉटे द वेजिटेबल्स, दिस दैट ब्ला ब्ला. बट द शेफ विल नॉट डिस्क्लोज हिज मास्टर स्ट्रोक इन द whole recipe. He will not disclose the special spices he did, just like KFC. You can see their making procedure, but you can never know the special herbs or spices that KFC uses. Similarly, a chef will not tell you उसका master stroke क्या है, इस signature dish के पीछे उसका master stroke क्या है. And also if there is an agreement, there should be an equal understanding. अगर एक agreement का clause है तो हर एक clause पे there should be an equal understanding of the terms, equal and same understanding between the parties. अगर मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि ये टर्म बोल रहा है कि ऐसा करना है, ये टर्म मुझे बोल रहा है कि आपको गाड़ी सीधी चलानी है, बट यू आर थिंकिंग नहीं, इस टर्म के हिसाब से मैं गाड़ी सीधे चला के कहीं भी टर्न मार सकता हूँ, नहीं, that is not a valid agreement. That agreement can be challenged, but again that comes in contract. ये एक additional knowledge है contract में. Both the parties have to understand the same thing in the same manner, the same way it was mentioned. दोनों एक सेम पेज पे होने चाहिए, वरना the agreement becomes questionable. That clause becomes questionable, if not the whole agreement. Now you can say no because this is your source code. It's just like आपने पूरा एक स्ट्रक्चर प्रोवाइड कर दिया, उसमें बस बिट्स एंड पीसेस डाल के आपको उसे अच्छा बना देना है. दैट इज़ वेरी इजी. बट योर सोर्स कोड इज़ योर मास्टर स्ट्रोक. आपकी इस रेसिपी में योर सोर्स कोड इज़ योर मास्टर स्ट्रोक, तो विच मेक्स योर वर्क योर सिग्नेचर वर्क. सो इट्स योर मास्टर स्ट्रोक. देयर आर मेनी पीपल हु वुड charge billions to provide their signature steps or signature acts. अपनी पूरी रेसिपी देने के लिए, या अपना पूरा सोर्स कोड देने के लिए, अपने सारे कोड्स देने के लिए दे विल चार्ज हेफ्टी, क्योंकि वो अपनी पूरी एक राइट्स दे रहे हैं उस कोड और उस ऑब्जेक्ट के ऊपर, उस थिंग के ऊपर. सो दे विल चार्ज यू इन मिलियंस एंड बिलियंस, एंड मेनी कंपनीज डू दैट. मेनी कंपनीज पे देम, प्रोफेशनल्स को पे किया जाता है. दैट इज़ अ डिफरेंट. You tell them if you want a source code which was not agreed upon in the earlier ab initio, it's called in the beginning. Agar in the beginning it was not agreed upon, so I will provide you the source code, but it will be for a price, because that was never agreed and there is no written contract. Nothing can be done against that. They cannot go against you in the court of law. They will go, they may go, that's their right, but you'll have a very good case to defend with. So this is the answer to question number 2. So with the solution provided for these two questions, I end this video here. I hope कि इन दो क्वेश्चन के सोल्यूशन देते हुए there are many people जो ये वीडियो देख रहे हैं जिनका सेम टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन रहा होगा उनको एक ये आंसर मिल चुका होगा कि हाउ टू प्रोसीड विद योर एम्प्लॉयमेंट लाइफ, with your side gig, if you're employed and if you're not. So whenever you're reading an agreement, whenever you're signing an agreement, it would be very advisable to take a lawyer's help, uh, any lawyer's help. Every lawyer is learnt in that field. He will at least guide you with the basic कि आप किस चीज़ में अपने आप को in what you are getting yourself into, and how are the discrepancies where you can play your own game, or where you can go with your own terms, where there is no one stopping you. The agreement does not stop you. As per your employment agreement, you are not stopped by anything. Where you can perform well, where you can make your own thing, do your own thing. That is what a lawyer would help you with. So with this, I end the video for today. Kindly subscribe to my channel. Also like this video if you find it informative. ऐसे बहुत सारे वीडियोस मैं पोस्ट करते रहूँगा क्वेश्चन आंसर टाइप में. And if you have any questions, any legal questions which you want to be answered, which you want to get answers for, please put them in the comment box. I will definitely make videos on them if it's a bit of technical law point या जो basically हर इंसान face कर सकता है अपनी life में as a problem. I would definitely make a video on it, and please share this video with your friends. Thank you. This is Vivek from Prime Law.